Personally, I love branded POS, especially if they do quality branded POS. And what do I mean by that is that they offer a cool design or not just a lower quality material or design or whatever kind of POS they use. So branded POS is perfect for these establishments because then that just cuts costs in certain areas, right? I don't have to buy bar mats. I don't have to buy a shaker. I don't have to buy a jigger. I don't have to buy any of these tools if I have a brand giving it to me.
So for brands, it's really beneficial to be able to get in there at early basis when it comes to branded points of sale, because they're going to be the immediate points of call anytime that a venue wants to do an activation. And for me as a venue, I'm much more likely to say yes.
I think the venue wants to see products shift. And so if there's POS that helps sell a drink or send a message, then it's useful. I think venues are also looking to cut costs or manage their costs on things. We've got branded pegs to hold garnishes to the side of glasses. We've got, specifically as a non-alc brand, we have small mats that go around the stem of a glass to indicate which drinks are non-alcoholic versus alcoholic, which is useful for the venue to be able to differentiate for the server to give them to the right people.
Those dive bars usually don't have a lot of investment behind the bar itself. People expect rather affordable drinks, and then they are willing to accept branded glasses. So as they go through more volume in the evening, they obviously do break more glasses.
Subtle touch points as opposed to something really in your face and tacky for more high-end venues.
So currently I'm working for Maybe Semis, number 15 on World Top 50. And they have no brands anywhere. They are heavily linked in with brands and they're amazing at branding. But the way that they do it is they do it through competitions and they do it through events and takeovers and that kind of way. So they'll do, okay, Woodford Reserve will do Old Fashioned Week or whatever. And they'll really push the brand then. So they work with brands in a very smart way. We do a martini trolley, and it's sponsored by Sipsmith's Gin. So literally the trolley itself is built by Sipsmith, and then that gets wheeled to the guest. The guest gets an amazing experience, and we're forced to use Sipsmith Gin every time we do this trolley. That's the kind of thinking outside of the box kind of way if you're trying to get into that high-end area on a branding point of view.
Cuanto a cuestiones de un bar, siempre creo que es mejor acercarte al bar en el que quieres formar parte para ver qué es lo que ellos buscan, qué es lo que ellos necesitan y de esa manera cómo estar ahí de una manera sutil que te siga representando, pero que siga representando al bar.
We did a collaboration with Bacardi for an event at Last Lap, and they gave us these coconuts as a serving vessel, and it had our logo of Last Lap in the front, and you turn it around, it had Bacardi logo. We didn't lose out on branding. The Last Lap was still branded there, and when it's branding that is a little bit more subliminal, I think bars and restaurants are more likely to work with them in using their POS. It's not hide your logo so much as be strategic maybe with the logo, right?
Last year, we cooperate with Premium Martin. They have a very big support with us, and they gave me tasting sets with a brand, so I can decorate my tasting room. It's a whole full tasting sets, and also the outside they made one big bird cage, so the people can sit there. There's a design like a bird cage, so the girls will go in to buy a cognac, drink there, making the pictures. They will open one bottle there, smoke cigar.
A perfect example is the fact that till this date, when I opened Last Lap, we didn't buy any tools yet. We used branded POS. And strategically though, because like Domain Canton gave us these shakers that I took home and still use today for events because they're just really great quality. Like they're still holding up. All the shaking and dropping of the shakers, the branding is there, but clean, elegant, and minimal.
It has to be something that's a pleasure to use and becomes covetable, and other bars then want to get hold of it. Oh, I saw you were using that particular bar spoon. That's amazing. How do I get hold of one? Oh, here's the reps details.
Branding behind the bar is still accepted. A lot of bars are still using like spoons and stuff. They carry like little brandings, like just on the droplet or something. This is still going to be okay. Some actually have very subtle like paintings, drawings on the walls, but it's usually about being either very subtle or being like an item that's usually like of a higher value.
We've done spritz terraces, we've done branded umbrellas. Tends to be very high cost for the brand and very beneficial to the venue in those particular examples. I definitely think outside spaces have more potential. They generally need replacing every summer. The venue is always looking for someone to help with that cost. So you can argue for a bigger budget to spend on those because they attract a wider audience.
If you were to support bars in this area, I suppose you talk to them like at the beginning of the year because before the terraces actually will open up. When people are considering, should I redo my terrace for this year? Is it still going to work for this year? And we just save up money and then we do it next year. So that would make sense.